Word game. We're going to do onsets and rhymes. So that's the beginning of the word, end of the word. You change just the end. You keep the first sound the same. Then we're going to do a new skill. You're going to read a new poem for me with diphthongs. Have you ever heard of a diphthong? Well, we're going to do one diphthong. See how you do. You're going to air write some words for me.
Okay.
And picture the words in your head.
What is the pink card for?
This?
Yeah.
I'm reading what we're doing. Mm-hmm. Then you're going to do a cold read because you've never read it before.
What's a cold read?
Cold read is when you read it for the first time. So you're going to read it for the first time, then I'm going to read it after I give you a lesson, right? And then you'll read it again. So you'll read it twice. And then at the end, you're going to do a new skill where you separate a blend. So say the word bread.
Bread.
Now say bread, but don't say
bread.
Wow, you might not need that much work on that. That's awesome. That's exactly what we're doing. And then we'll go back to onsets and rhymes. Last game. Okay. This is the onsets and rhymes one. So say his.
His.
Now say his, but instead of is, say add.
Had.
Beautiful. Say far.
Far.
Now say far, but instead of are, say un.
Fun.
Say big.
Big.
Now say big, but instead of ig, say at.
Bat.
Perfect. Say mad.
Mad.
Now say mad, but instead of add, say n.
Men.
Yes. Say pet.
Pet.
Now say pet, but instead of et, say ack.
Pack.
Say rug.
Rug.
Now say rug, but instead of ugh, say eck.
Wreck.
Say what.
What.
Now say what, but instead of ut, say l.
Well.
Yay. Say did.
Did.
Now say did, but instead of id, say un.
Done.
Say tall.
Say tall.
Now say tall, but instead of all, say up.
Top.
Very good. Say sob.
Sob.
Now say sob, but instead of ob, say add.
Said.
When you say sob and you say sob is with instead of an ob is an add, it's sad.
Oh. I thought it was the A.
Do you know what?
Ow.
Ow.
O-U and then O-W.
And O-W. So I always go,
Ow.
or I have a Band-Aid and it says ow, ow. So why don't you air write one of the ow sounds, just your favorite way to do it?
O-U.
Yes, O-U, ow. Okay. Let me show you some
I
words.
see a difficult word on the bottom. About.
What letters do you see in about?
A-B-O-U-T.
Perfect. What's the first letter you picture?
A.
A. Erase it. What word do you have?
Erase it. So erase the A.
Yes.
Bout.
Yes, you do. Does that match your picture?
Uh-huh.
And then you came to bout. Let's air write that. Ready? B-O-U-T. What's the last letter you picture? T. Erase it. Make it an N-D.
N-D.
Mm-hmm.
So, the word's about. Ted.
Mmm.
Ned.
I like. But you gave me, did you give? Let's try this again. Let's go. B-O-U-T. Can you air write that for me?
B-O-U-T.
We're going to erase
Bound
this.
Ted. Bound.
We're erasing the T.
Ned.
And
Bound.
putting an N-D here.
Bound Ned. No?
Would it be bounded or would it be
Bounded. Bound. What?
bound? Right.
That was kind of
You were adding an extra ED. What's this one?
brown. Brown. Brown.
Brown. Let's air write brown.
B-R-O-W-N.
What's the first letter you picture? B. Erase the B and make that a C.
Town.
I like the own. You take brown. Erase the B and make it a C.
Crown.
Crown. What letter were you picturing? Did you miss?
C. R.
Uh-huh. This is the letter. There you go. You had this word. What was it? Take a picture of it. Crown. What letters do you picture for crown?
C-R-O-W-N.
Right. What's the last letter?
N.
N. Make it a D.
Crowd.
Crown. Bum, bum, bum. Perfect.
Looks like we only have like a few words left. Trout. Trout.
Trout. You know what a trout is?
No.
It's a fish.
Yes.
Mhm.
What kind of fish is this?
I don't know. I don't eat a lot of fish. Let's aerate trout. T-R-O-U-T. What are the first two letters you picture in trout?
T-R.
T-R. Erase those and make them an S-C.
Scout.
Ah, good job. Nice. 2 letter changes too. All right.
Oh my
What if I
gosh.
give you the letters? Let's aerate these. T, O, W, N. What word do you picture?
Town.
Town. Very good. Does that match?
Yes.
Uh-huh. What's the first letter you picture?
T.
Erase it and make it a G.
Ground?
I like the owl.
Wait a minute.
We take town. Erase the T.
Okay. Oh.
Make it a G.
Sure. Gown.
Gown.
Oh, it's kind of hard.
What's this one?
Shout.
There we go. We're at the end. Very good.
Wind has such a rainy sound. Morning through the town, the sea has such a windy sound. Will the ships go down? The apples in the orchard? Orchard?
Yes. Sure.
Tumbled from their trees. Oh, will the ship go down? Go down, oh, the windy sea. I did better than that on that one than I did the chicken one.
You knocked that one out of the park. This one you said morning, and when I picture morning, it's,
Morning.
well, what do 2 vowels when they're together? Look,
Oh.
oh, so mo.
Moaning.
Yes, very good. That's moaning. So, listen to when I say this. The wind has such a rainy sound moaning through the town. So that means, have you ever heard the wind blow so hard that it's like, it sounds like a moan.
Does Florida do that sometimes?
Oh, absolutely. And then what about this one? You pronounced it perfectly, but you just were choppy.
Or.
Orchard.
Oh.
So watch as I do it. I am going to, oh, by the way, this down, you said, will the ships go down? You were reading with, looking at the signals and making your voice go up at the question mark, just like we learned the other day. When you see a comma, and where are the, can you point the comma out to me? Like in this line?
Here.
And where? Okay.
That's her down. Each down, it has a,
So look as I read this. We're gonna kind of pause, not really stop, but pause. Ready? Oh, will the ships go down on the windy sea? You see how I did that? The wind has such a rainy sound, moaning through the town. The sea has such a windy sound. Will the ships go down? The apples in the orchard tumble from their tree. Oh, will the ships go down on the windy sea? Oh. Okay, so remember, you pause at the comma. You already know your voice goes up with the question marks. You look for those words, and hold on. I've got to get more ready than you do. Start whenever you want.
The wind has such a ringing sound, moaning through the town. The sea has such a windy sound. Will the ships go down? The apples in the orchard tumble from the tree. Or will the ship go down, for the windy sea?
Very good.
I read that in 2 seconds.
That's amazing. And you went from 5 mistakes to 0. Good girl. Okay. You're moving and grooving. All right.
Brush.
Now say brush, but don't say
Brush.
Say great.
Great.
Now say great, but don't say good.
Great.
Good job. Say ski.
Ski.
Now say ski, but don't say
Key.
Yes. Say trim.
Trim.
Now say trim, but don't say
Rim.
Say scare.
Scare.
Now say scare, but don't say
Rare.
I like that you gave me a word. I like the air.
Air.
Almost.
Care.
Yes! Let me explain it to you though, okay?
Oh, I forgot you had that still.
I do.
It's been a while.
Right, but if you say air and you take away the it's
Care.
care. Very good. Perfect. All right, let's do the last game. All right, and then
We
you
only
go.
have one more left.
That's it.
What?
Say back.
Back.
Now say back instead of act. Say ugh.
Bug.
Yes. Say man.
Man.
Now say man, but instead of and, say is.
Miss.
Say fan.
Fan.
Now say fan, but instead of and, say or.
Four.
Perfect. Say gag.
Gag.
Now say gag, but instead of ag, say
Gum.
Say fax.
Fax.
Now say fax, but instead of ax, say ib.
Fib.
Perfect. Say buck.
Buck.
Now say buck, but instead of up, say us.
Bus.
You're doing so good. Say win.
Win.
Now say win, but instead of in, say ebb.
Win.
Say sun.
Sun.
Now say sun, but instead of un, say ed.
Said.
Perfect. Say nick.
Huh?
Nick.
Nick.
Now say nick, but instead of ick, say odd.
Nod.
Perfect. Say calm.
Calm.
Now say calm, but instead of say
Cut.
You got all of those correct. It has been a pleasure working with you, sweetheart. Hold on one second.